Have you ever wondered about that pop in your mouth? It is called reverse spherification. Today I'll be showing you step by step how to make reverse spherification using tomatoes. To make this spherification, I have here all my ingredients ready. I have here some ripe tomatoes, 1 onions and 1 garlic. This is just to enhance the flavor. And of course, I will be seasoning it later with just salt and pepper. So let's start. So I will be removing also the seed of the tomato so that I will have the most reddish color of the tomato, like this. Welcome everyone to Klavertje Vier kitchen. Make sure to like and subscribe and also turn on the notification bell to see more videos of this type. So I'm just adding just 1 garlic is enough because you don't want any ingredient to overpower the tomato. I'm also adding 1 small onion, white onion. Then season with some salt and then some pepper, always to taste. So I've blended everything to a paste, to a kind of tomato paste. So I will only be extracting the juice from the tomato and then we can make the caviar using that. And I've finished straining the tomato juice and this is the leftover. So you can use this to cook your sauce or even throw it into your soup. I'm using here 1 sheet of gelatin to bind the tomato juice, because if you don't add gelatin or any binding middling or substance or ingredients to this liquid, it will split. The residue of the tomatoes will float on top while the clear water will settle under. So I'm just going to add it to the tomato juice and allow it to soak and dehydrate. Then I warm it up a little bit and it will be ready then before I add my next ingredient. If you are getting any value from this video, please share this video with your friends and family or to whom it may be useful. Thank you. To make this spherification, you need 2 important ingredients, which is calcium lactate and alginate. I will be adding calcium lactate to the tomato base, while I will be using alginate for the water bath later. So to make this, I have here a precise weight scale for this measurement because it is so small that you cannot use the ordinary or the normal weight scale that we normally use in the kitchen. So you need a precise weight scale for this measurement. I'll be warming the tomato juice with the gelatin, but it should not cook because gelatin should not arrive at cook point, otherwise it will be destroyed. So it's just warming it up to loosen up the gelatin. So at this point I will stop. You see it is warm. but it is not cooked. It should not cook, because when it's cooked, the gelatin is already destroyed. So the next step is adding the calcium lactate to the tomato juice. I'm preparing the bath by using 1 liter of water. Make sure the water is not containing too much calcium. Here 5 grams of alginate into my water. Then I'm pouring it into my bowl here, and I will allow it to settle down in the refrigerator to remove every air bubbles. Then later we will be making the caviar after the tomato juice has been frozen. So we'll be dropping it into the water to form the fairy. So for reverse spherification, I'm using here this small, silicone foam. They are very small. They are small balls. So I'll be filling all these balls with the tomato juice or the mixture. And then I'll be freezing it in, and later I'll be showing you how to make the caviar. So I'm filling the foam, so don't worry about it moving everywhere. Just make sure that every foam is well filled to the brim. I'm using the flat knife here just to push it so that every hole is well filled up. It's as easy as that. So this process is sealing. This is like a membrane around your tomato. So inside this membrane is the tomato juice that we made yesterday. So that is why when you put it in your mouth, you have that puff, and then you test the tomato inside the membrane. Just look at this. How amazing is this? Anyone can make this using tomato. And then we are going to top it with the caviar, with tomato caviar. Add a little bit of color and freshness from parsley. Chopped parsley, just a little bit. Then I'm finishing it up with a little bit of this mustard salad. Then I'm going to add another layer to give it height and visual attention, and also freshness, of course. So now with a touch of the tomato caviar, we are giving it a visual look. and it's so also delicious. So you just press this if it's too high so that the caviar can sit on the cucumber. If this video was helpful, please like, subscribe and turn on the notification bell. And if you enjoyed it, check out the next recipe. Click here or explore the full playlist. See you there.